that for the Boosie just announced that for the time being, he's starting his own podcast and he's done doing VladTV interviews unless VladTV is willing to pay him what he thinks he's worth. Now, Sean Cotton from Say Cheese is close to both VladTV and Boosie, and he reveals that the reason why Boosie is asking for a pay increase or asking for that much from VladTV is because Boosie's seeing what VladTV pays 6ix9ine.
I ain't do Vlad no more. We couldn't come up with a agreement. He ain't want to pay me. I wanted $5,000 more than he wanted to pay me. He ain't want to pay me, so. I think I'm gonna make more money doing it this way. And I'm editing my interview now.
I don't know what time it is. Let's talk about it. Uh-oh. Y'all get ready. Just 7 months. Let's go.
The reason why this shocked everybody, well, at least the general public, is because Boosie have sung VladTV's praises for giving him a lot of money for these interviews.
They've been freaking fracked for like a long time. If you are privy
to some information behind the scenes, that you know that Boosie lied about how much Vlad has been paying him for years. Like when Boosie went on the Breakfast Club and told the world like he made $500,000 this year off of VladTV interviews. But Boosie only did like 8 interviews that year. So people thought that Boosie was saying he was making over $40,000 per VladTV interview. No. I knew behind the scenes Boosie was lying because I understood that VladTV was paying Boosie dramatically less than $40-something thousand
How much
per
was
interview.
it there? How much was
but
it there?
Boosie wanted the world to think that he was making much more than he really was.
Weirdo.
And that
if that's true,
weirdo.
Help! Turn put Vlad in a lot of issues because now every guest that Vlad was trying to book, every high-profile guest, they was asking for the Boosie number. When in fact Boosie was lying the entire time.
Get millions. If not, I can make.
Ain't that kind of money in it?
I don't want it because I can make $500,000 with Vlad every year, man.
Damn.
Vlad. I don't really need it if it ain't.
Say that and Vlad helped me out a lot more. So I gotta, we gotta talk about you.
$500,000 with Vlad?
A year.
Why don't the rappers just say, give me 20% of whatever it make? That would be a lot smarter.
Close to it.
God damn, salute to Vlad then.
Almost immediately I found out that was cap. I know the real number, by the way, that Boosie was getting from Vlad, and it was nowhere close to $40,000 whatsoever. But Boosie was telling the world this. Now, Boosie kind of admitted he was capping because when he stopped doing VladTV interviews for a while, and when Vlad paid 6ix9ine $50K, Boosie then came out and said he only wants $40,000 from Vlad. Well, if you only want $40,000, then wasn't you already getting $40,000? You was making $500K a year from Vlad off of 8 interviews, apparently.
Right.
So wasn't you getting paid?
It's what it seemed like
already, but apparently not.
So everybody that want to know, unless Vlad is living under a rock and don't know how to run his YouTube channel, $50,000 is about 5 million views, 4 maybe 5 million views. You know what I'm saying? So that's how many views you need to get on all. But you know when you clip it up and you clip it up and you break it down for the clips for TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, yeah, the YouTube shorts. You drop an 8-minute video every day for a whole month because the interview was 3 hours long and you paid them 50 racks. You could easily get 10 million views off of it. You know what I'm saying? You drop 30 videos. A lot of these niggas be getting hundreds of thousands of views per video. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you rack up that bag. Yeah.
I was doing an academic show, and I mentioned to him as we were just hanging out afterwards. He was like, "Yo, man, you should do that shit." Yo, you should, that's gonna be the biggest shit. You should do that shit.
Marlon Wayne obviously asked for $40,000. We now know for a fact. I can tell you for a fact. VladTV paid 6ix9ine $50,000 for the interview. I don't even think it's a secret anymore. Okay. So when Boosie got that number in his head, Boosie like, I need 40.
I need 5.
Vlad like, you don't need 40. I'm not giving you 40. Damn. It's not happening.
Get paid one time, so I got to get paid good. I'm sorry, I don't need a podcast. Are you done with DJ Vlad because he did one with 6ix9ine? Nah. You know how many rats Vlad done did podcasts with? That ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got nothing against no 6ix9ine. I ain't got no beef with 6ix9ine. I don't care who Vlad doing no podcast with. That ain't none of my motherfucking business. But you gotta pay me. I don't give a That ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm feeding my family off a podcast. I ain't know what he paid 6ix9ine. He did shit.
Boosie gonna learn though, boy, nigga. You think you finna just sit down and get you a little 40,000 piece real quick off YouTube? But no, I think it don't work like that, boy. No sirree, Bob, nigga. Dude, you think you gonna pull 4-5 million views on one podcast? You interviewing yourself the first time you do it? No. Is your channel monetized yet, my guy? Cause if it ain't, you ain't getting shit until it is. You gonna find out quick, boy. This ain't no joke. Now you famous and you Boosie and all, and that's cool. But it ain't as simple as just put the camera up, talk some crazy shit. No, it ain't like that, nigga.
Right, like if Boosie is asking, hey, Vlad, give me 40,000 for my first return interview, and Vlad said, okay, bet.
Yeah.
That's different from, hey, give me 40,000 every time I come to sit and do an interview with you. That's a little different, and that's where I think Vlad is like,
I ain't gonna lie, even myself on this channel, like I would consider somewhere around 40,000 to pay him to do like a reaction with you or something like that. If I could come up with something like crazy, for sure. Cause Boosie, I'm gonna get, even if I don't get like my 40,000 off of the one video, first of all, if he's sitting down with me doing reaction for 2 hours, I can react to 10 videos in 2 hours. So I'm gonna get my money back for sure. That's all I need though. But I'm in a different position than Vlad because I'm still trying to hit 1 million subs. So if I pay Boosie 40 or like 35 or 30 or whatever the case is, and I get my 3-4 million views back, I don't necessarily need the profit. I'm just trying to get them fans in because I'll profit off of it later. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you might pay a nigga for a feature. That song might not blow up, but the people, that song might not get you the money back that you paid for the feature. But all the fans that you gather from paying for that feature and getting them eyes on you could turn into millions for real. You see what I'm saying?
on, bro.
But Vlad,
This may not make sense whatsoever.
But I would pay him 5 more thousand though. No.
Woody from Atlanta, he had hit me up and tried to charge me 10,000, and I don't
know what's the problem with that though. I don't get that one. Woody, 10,000? All I need is 1 million views to get my money back on Woody. I mean, maybe maybe they trying to go for the big, like, you know what I'm saying, crazy margins. Maybe they trying to triple their money. I don't know. But, nigga, I'll pay Woody 10, bro. I'm gonna get to sit down with me for 2-3 hours. Like, let's go look at VladTV. Let's just go look at it right now. VladTV, Woody. Damn, what the fuck I'm checking on? Damn, same video I'm watching. Yeah, like 500,000. Shit. This the full interview. This not even the clips. This just the full interview. He made 6 racks off of it. 7, 8 racks, really, because it's a 2-hour video. Then you got all the parts that made all this other money. Look, 69K. That's $700. That's $500. This 2 racks. That's a rack. Like, I'm gonna make my 10 racks back off Woody for sure. For sure. And a 2-hour interview, 2-hour collab, for sure.
I don't get it. I don't get a lot of these dudes like,
and the clips too.
And
I'm gonna get a sponsorship for every interview. Man, y'all
you
crazy.
feel like your work.
I'm gonna say this, and this is where I get on the side of the people asking to get paid. There is no building when it comes to a platform. There's no building. That's just a lie from the pits of hell. There is no building, okay? If you go on Sean Cotton and you do 1 million views 10 times, you are getting Sean Cotton the subscribers.
Right.
You are building Sean Cotton's platform up. Right. Sean Cotton could say, forget you today, and then bring on somebody else.
Exactly. I just did the math though, gang. I just did the math. So let's say I want to pay Woody, for example, right? I want to, and this real sauce. Clip this. If I want to pay Lil Woody $10,000 for an interview or a YouTube collab, or let's say I'm Say Cheese and I want to pay him for an interview. 10,000. Okay. So roughly, you'll get about $10 for every 1,000 views on YouTube. So you get $10. You'll need $1 million views to make back your $10,000 investment. Okay. But let's say I get them to sit down for 2 hours. I need every video, every clip, every part of the interview I drop on every day. I need that to be at least 8 minutes. You see what I'm saying? Because if it's 8 minutes long, I can put a bunch of ads on there, number one. And number two, I can get a sponsorship for every video. Now, knowing that I have somebody like Lil Woody or a Boosie coming on, companies will happily book a spot in that interview for, let's say, on the low end, $1,000 a spot. I get 3 or 4 spots throughout the 2-hour interview. So now I already made my $5,000 before I even interviewed him. I already got my $5,000 back. So now all I need to do is make 5 more thousand. In order for me to make 5 more thousand, how many views do I need? 500,000 views. Okay. So now if I only need 500,000 views to make my initial investment back, and everything after that is profit, break it down like this. So he sat down for 2 hours. That's 120 minutes. If I divide that by 8, I need each video to be 8 minutes. I'm going to get 15. Okay. So now if I need 500,000 views and I got 15 different clips, I'm going to drop from the interview plus the whole interview, the full interview. So that's more money, right? So all I need to do is get 33,000 views per part of the interview that I drop, and I'll make my money back at least. If I get 66,000, I double it. You see what I'm saying? And I'm getting subscribers. And the people who watching my videos gonna go watch other interviews now. And I'm gonna pop up on their algorithm now. And y'all crazy, bro.